Hey guys, welcome back to Professional Weekly's YouTube channel. Today we're here at Mirada Lagoon in San Antonio, Florida, just outside of Tampa. This is the largest swimming pool in the nation, and we're gonna go inside and check it out. It's gonna be so much fun, so make sure you stick around, check it out, hit that subscribe button, and let's go.
Let's go. Alright, like Lewis said, we're here. Haven't been here before. There's a couple of like these lagoon pools in Florida. There's one in, I think, Mama. There's one in just not too. There's one in Epperson.
South of here.
Yeah, and there's a couple like in Miami and places like that. But apparently this is the largest. We're gonna check it out. A lot of cool things to do. There's gonna be, I think, kayaking, and there's like an obstacle course. I'm not doing that, but he will. Yeah, we're just gonna swim around and see what we can see.
Yeah, and there's a beach and an island and all kinds of cool stuff to check out.
Water slides, all kinds of cool things.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's go get checked in, and then we'll let you guys know how much it costs and how it looks. Let's go. All right, y'all, we're in. A lot of rules here. A lot of rules. We'll talk about that in a second. But we're in. We made it. We're gonna find some places to post up, and yeah, let you guys know how that works out. Let's go. Okay, guys, so we made it. We are at the very back of the park. It's quiet. Found a nice little palm tree to give us some shade.
Yeah, plenty of seating here today. It is April, so it's still a little early in the season. The water is going to be a brisk 72 degrees.
He's gonna hate it, y'all. He's gonna hate it.
Yeah, it's not super exciting.
No. But if you wanted an umbrella, you can rent one. I don't think you can bring an umbrella in. They do check bags, and we had to pour out our water because I guess they don't want people getting turned up on that. You
can only bring a sealed water bottle, like a little plastic bottle. You can't bring a reusable one. And it's one sealed bottle per person.
Yeah. Okay. All right, but they do have water refill stations, but it's Florida water, so it's not that great. So that's kind of a bummer. Anyway, so with our wristbands, what do we get?
So tickets for the lagoon range from $25 to $48, depending on what time of year you come and what you actually get. So an all-day pass today was $40, and that included access to what they call the unlimited splash pass, which gives you these little wristbands, and that allows us unlimited access to the water slide. We get 30 minutes on a kayak, 30 minutes on a stand-up paddleboard, and 30 minutes on the obstacle course. If you get the access without the splash pass, is $30. Want to add the splash pass on top of that, it's $15. So you save $5 by bundling them together. They also have late day admissions, so if you want to come after 3 o'clock, you can get access to the park alone for $25. Kids are $5 cheaper than adults on basically everything. So all the prices I told you were adults, just subtract $5 for kids. So kids access are normally $35 for all day plus the splash pass.
All right, guys, so from the back of the lagoon, we have some bathrooms over here. We have some of these like umbrella things to rent. I don't know how much they cost, but if I find out, I'll let you know. Looks like that one fell over. We have a Lewis here who's getting all of our stuff packed up. We've got some more bathrooms over there, and then plenty of free seating. So this is where we are. Over there, you guys can rent the tiki huts, and then also spots with umbrellas. But you're a little closer to the music, so be prepared for that. Heading this way, they have a little splash pad.
Okay, so those spots over there, some of that is reserved, so you can purchase additional for reserve seating. Again, I'm not sure exactly how much. And then beyond that, they also have resident seating. So if you didn't know, this area is actually built up around a bunch of communities. And so if you want to purchase a home in this area, part of your HOA fees help cover this, but you don't get in here free. I think maybe you get a discount, but it's still you still have to pay
for it for
admission.
Yeah. So over there's like a little stage area. There's like some food trucks. It's the entrance. There's like a little bar area. But right in front of us is like a splash pad for the kids. And then over here is a water slide, and then way out there, you guys kind of can see it, is the obstacle course. So we're gonna hop in the water, let you guys know how cold it is. Lewis is gonna obstacle course and sup, and I will probably kayak because that's what we do here.
I'm not gonna sup. I've never supped in my life.
Yeah, no sups.
Yeah, we'll do a kayak.
Okay. I tried doing the stand-up paddleboard one time when we were on our honeymoon, and I don't think it was an actual stand-up paddleboard. I think it was just like a different, like boogie board almost, that they gave you an oar with and said good luck. So yeah, well maybe we'll try that again one day, but today's not the day and I'm not the one.
All right, so we made it here to the water's edge. Like I said, this is the nation's largest swimming pool, or lagoon as they call it. It's 15 acres of fresh water. So we're gonna go ahead and try it out. It is definitely a bit chilly.
Oh my gosh, where did you bring me? Woo! Yeah, it's starting to be a bit chilly. It is chilly.
It's been a little unseasonably cool here in Florida this year, which is good for our air conditioning bills, but kind of delaying some of our getting in the water sort of things. Anyways, crystal clear water. I know not everybody's a fan of the beach, so if you want that kind of beach experience with all that, without all the downsides of the beach, this is a great option. You still got some sand. If you want to avoid the sand, you can. It's fresh water, it's not salt water. There's nothing in here that's going to eat you.
Accurate.
So
it's not monster soup, so.
I think we'll go over the pros and cons later, I guess.
So to Lewis's point, it is cold, y'all. And I'm typically a fan of like cold water. They definitely don't heat it. Definitely don't heat it. But the zero entry is kind of nice. Now, unfortunately, you cannot swim past a certain point. So we'll show you guys the barrier here in a second. So even though it is 11 acres, you can't swim the entire 11 acres.
15
Oh, 15 acres. You can't swim the entire 15 acres. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. All right, guys. So right here is as far as we can swim. So it's not really that much. It's more like a standing pool, I guess.
Well, it goes over that way. It's quite a way.
Yeah, but you guys kind of can see the gray barriers, right? And I guess, I know on the other side, I think where all those cabanas are, I think that's the residence area. But there is so much that you really can't swim at. But apparently Lou's told me you can kayak it, so maybe...
Right.
Maybe you can. Who knows?
Yeah, and then you can see there are some people like just beyond this barrier as they come and go from the obstacle course.
Right.
So if you're going to do the obstacle course, and I think the kayaking as well, they make you wear a
life vest.
A life vest. And again, you can't bring your own. You can't bring your own kayak. You can't bring your own life vest. So you have to use the ones that are here.
I thought this was something in the water, but come to find out it's just like the liner peeling up, I guess.
Yeah.
Scared me for a second. I thought there was a fish in here.
I haven't really read up on this lagoon very much, but Epperson was the first one to open, and it's just a little south of here. And I know that they were plagued with a lot of quality issues when they first opened. Probably things like that, as well as they had a number of like electrical issues that they actually had to shut down for a while to get that corrected because they were failing their state inspections. So yeah, hopefully all that's sorted out by now, but that's kind of a little concerning. When we first moved to Florida, we were looking at Epperson as a potential place to live and buy one of the homes in there. We went to check out the lagoon. The lagoon was empty at the time. Like I said, they had some issues there. The CDD and HOA fees that you have to pay as part of your monthly mortgage or your annual fees, they were pretty pricey. And what really struck me about that whole community is as we were leaving, they had a ton of signs posted, like little yard signs for like different bankruptcy attorneys and things. So obviously I think a lot of people kind of got themselves in over their heads there too. That I think you're gonna end up paying quite a bit to live in one of these type of communities, which is why I don't really recommend it. You're gonna get a much smaller house for your money.
No, we moved here in 2019, right? So it was pre-COVID, pre-housing boom, all that kind of stuff, right? So it's just interesting to see how things have changed, right? So if you've been to Epperson, or if you have a house in Epperson, or you live around this area, let us know. You know, if we're way off on the assumption, right? But at least for us, it just didn't seem to be totally worth it. So we bought the house a little farther away from this area, but we have our own pool. We have our, our safeties and our HOAs are much less than what it would be here. So food for thought. All right, hot take. It got deep, and it got deep quick.
We're not even in the deepest spot.
No, we're not, but it's like, it's a little cold, so I wasn't like anticipating it, and then I kind of slid a little bit, so now it's a little colder. Anyway, so we're about midway for where you can swim. So like we said, over there is a splash pad. This is where like the rentals are for like the umbrellas. Panning over this way, this is the bar. Apparently the bar is open until 10. So fun fact, you can come here and get turned if that's something you're interested in. Don't recommend it though, because I'm sure it's expensive. More chairs and seating over there, and then over there I think it's like the clubhouse, residence sort of thing. So I don't think you're going to be able to get over there.
So this is the club. This is the residence area.
Right here.
Yeah, over there. Those are the cabanas. So you can rent.
Oh, okay.
You can rent a normal style cabana, or you can rent an over the water cabana.
Oh my goodness, expensive over here, huh?
Yeah, I think they also offer. This is the island behind you here too.
Oh, okay.
I think you can also rent a cabana there, possibly.
Like a tiki, kind of thing.
Any setup.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna keep on going. Are you flat-footing it over there?
No, I'm on my very tiptoes.
If you're on my very tiptoes, if you're on your very tiptoes, I'm not gonna be able to be. I'm gonna have to swim. Yeah. Come back here. I need to be backpack. Come here. Come here. Come here. So you guys probably can't see it, but watch your feet. There is like a what do you call that? Like an anchoring point right there, and I just caught my toe on it, and that kind of hurt.
Yeah, I guess they anchor stuff here.
Yeah.
There's a ton of birds over here too, and that's what's kind of strange about this whole thing with it. Like I said, again, with it being as big as it is, the amount of areas that are open to you are kind of limited. It seems like they built this more for the birds.
Yeah.
Or
well, maybe like part 2 plan, you know, they'll expand it, and then, you know, on the other side. I mean, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, possibly. I think it's really just more of a. It's almost like a gimmick.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
We have the nation's largest freshwater lagoon.
Right.
In my mind, I think they should let you have jet skis in here. You know, maybe like one night a week, like you know, Mondays, like after 5 or something. Close it down
and tear it up.
Yeah, that'd be a blast.
Well, that just means you have to buy me a 50-acre farm, and we can have our own lagoon. How about that?
You know, I'm not super opposed to it.
Really?
If we can afford it. That's the only problem.
So if this video gets 100 million likes, Lewis will have me a 50-acre farm, and we will install one of these on our property.
All right, and now we've made it to the cabana area, so we can walk over here, but because we don't have a cabana, I guess no one's really stopping us from getting up on the water, but we wouldn't have anywhere to go. But you can see here's some of the dry cabanas. And we pan around, they got a private bar, and then here are some of the over the water cabanas, so kind of like inflatable style cabanas. There you have it. All right, and you can see how far we've come. We've gone quite a way. So if you are like an Olympic swimmer and you're looking to get your laps in and you can dodge kids, then this is a great place.
You can dodge a kid, you can dodge a ball.
Yeah. This is a great place you could come and you can swim to your heart's desire. It's further than I can swim, I'm sure.
You're training for an Ironman? Training for an Ironman here? You got the water's cold. There you go. You're all good. You're all good there.
It's also interesting too, if you look just beyond the swim area here, you can see there is quite a bit of like dirt and things that have been tracked into the pool. You know, again, with them kind of trying to make this like a pristine lagoon, you kind of hope that they would have do a better job at keeping it clean.
Could you imagine the number of vacuums they would need to vacuum this out? Much more than ours from the house.
So that's actually interesting you say that. When I was flying the drone over top of this, I did see a vacuum running in the pool.
Oh, really?
And it's got a super long line on it. People taking photos behind us. And I was just mentioning, you know, if you crop this just right, you could totally be on the beach in the Bahamas. No one would know this is a pool. It looks like the ocean, like the most beautiful blue water.
Definitely colder than the Bahamas.
All right, so I'm gonna give the water slide a try.
You probably can go and take the GoPro with you. And this is how you know you married the world's biggest kid. He gives you his hat, his sunglasses, and he's going on the water slide. Good times. And there he is, the world's oldest kid. Woo. Came down quick, babe.
It's pretty shallow there too.
Yeah.
It's way too shallow there coming out of it. It just dumps you right on your butt. I hit the bottom. We'll go again with the GoPro. Woohoo, we're bouncing off the walls.
I don't think you filmed yourself at all going down that.
No, I didn't.
Why not?
Was I supposed to film myself?
Yes. No, that's the whole point.
I was filming my feet.
Oh, okay. All right.
First person.
Sorry, guys.
Paddle boards, kayaks, and obstacle course rotate every hour. So you have to go stand over in line, and then we'll get a kayak. So we'll go do that now, I think. And then at 2 o'clock we can get on the obstacle course. So it's actually 3 o'clock now. So we're getting on the kayaks now at 3. And so if you get that late day pass and you pay the extra for the ultimate splash thing, you really would have to do kayaking as soon as you walked in, and then do the obstacle course immediately after. You only get one shot of both, and then it's over. All right, thank you. All right, so we made it. We are officially waterborne.
Waterborne?
Well, airborne, waterborne. Yeah, that took 30 minutes to get in line for the kayak. So people are already heading back in. They almost ran out of kayaks actually, but I think it took so long that some people gave up, and we ended up getting our own single kayaks. So we've each got a kayak, and we're gonna do a little bit of paddling around, see what there's to see. Not really much, because there's just water. There's no like palm trees or no wildlife or anything like that. Here we go. It is beautiful though with the blue water. Kind of matches my shirt and my hood. I'm trying to stay out of the sun. Nice and cool water too. When we first got in earlier, it was kind of hot, but now that we've been standing, and when we first got in the water earlier, it was kind of cold. But now that we've been standing in the sun for a while, definitely kind of heated up. It took, yeah, again, it took 30 minutes to get the kayaks. But yeah, look at that. I mean, again, you could maybe just like Photoshop out the end of the fence over there, and then you're in the Bahamas. Cheap vacation. See if we can go catch up with Christine. Hey, we got this whole section of the pool all to ourselves. You see she's doing a depth test there. Looks like her pole, I don't think it's hit the ground. It's pretty deep out here. So yeah, it's definitely pretty deep out here. Let's take a look and see, does this paddle here touch the bottom? Nope. So it's at least one paddle's deep. Now if you can see right there at the edge of the pool, that is where the drain, or like one of the drain like filters is, you know, skimmers to clean off the top of the pool. But being out here with it's such a big pool like this, it does feel kind of like a lake. And then coming to an edge like that that's obviously man-made and it's got the drain, kind of giving me major like Truman Show vibes. Feeling like we reached the edge of the studio. And we've reached the edge. So all the way out here, it's only about a foot deep or so. So now you know. In case you were wondering, this is how they clean a pool this size. This is a gigantic vacuum cleaner snaking its way all the way up through there. All right, so we found it. Here is the vacuum cleaner. Kind of looks like a little boat. It's so big. It's the biggest pool vacuum I've ever seen. All right, Christine did find some wildlife. She's over there looking at some baby ducks. So I'm gonna see if I can catch up with her and we'll get some views of them. Here's your lagoon wildlife. A couple baby ducks and a mama duck hanging out. So no gators, no river otters, no dolphins, no manatees, ducks.
All right guys, so we're all done kayaking. We're going to paddle on back, and Lewis is going to take you up to the obstacle course. I'm not doing that because things hurt at 35 when you hurt them. So.
Things hurt when you're a wimp.
I'm not a wimp!
What'd you think of kayaking?
That was good. If you've never kayaked before and you want to see this is something you would like to do, would recommend it.
Yeah, super low bar of entry because there's no waves or anything.
Right, there's no waves,
boats.
there's no current, there's no boats.
Yeah.
So if you think it's something you might want to try, I would recommend trying it here first.
Yeah.
But you miss out on, you know, the wildlife here. But the ducks are cute.
Yeah. So now we're gonna go wait in line for the obstacle course. The line for that is already ridiculously long. So, and they're only open for 30 minutes. I don't know. By the time we get through the line, I'm not sure how much time we're gonna get on the course, but we'll see.
I think we're in that green Netflix show. What was it called?
Squid Games?
Yeah. Right now.
Yeah, so we just got our safety briefing and everyone now is rushing and running out there. It's like running of the bulls, running of the children. But yeah, we're gonna go out and check it out. I've never been on one of these things before. I always wanted to do one, but they're usually fairly pricey. So this is actually pretty affordable considering you get everything you want to do all day long for $15 on top of your regular ticket. I'm gonna do it. This is gonna be the place. She's not too excited.
I'm staying in the water.
Oh, and the first among us have reached the obstacle course. And people's already fallen off. And I'm starting to lose my tiptoes.
I haven't touched in miles.
All right, well, we're full on swimming now. I nearly made it all the way out there. But also, too, I'm kind of a little bit more buoyant than I normally would be. Just like this thing. All right, we're gonna head on over here. All right, even just standing on this thing is hard. I just gotta go like the beached whale approach. No one looks gracious getting up out of the water, but if anyone does, it's this one.
I did it faster than you did.
Well, I was also like trying not to get run over by a kid.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, even just standing up here is a little tricky.
I am all of 35 years old and I feel it.
Ah, whatever.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right, let's go. Kids are falling all over the place. Oh, not quite. All right, gonna go down the water slide. Woo! I can tell you, Christine was talking about being 35 and being too old for this. It's exhausting. It is a lot of work, especially when you keep slipping and sliding. If I had shoes, maybe it'd be better.
All right, y'all. Lewis is in line. His Al's one of his other best friends. Yeah, you're good. He did it, y'all. Was it everything you hoped it would be?
That's exhausting.
Yeah.
Especially when people aren't moving off the top and you're standing there on the ladder.
I know.
It's hard to hold yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a lot of fun. We did it. Definitely a lot of people though, a lot of kids. So if you get your patience, you could do it, but I think we're about done.
Yeah.
It's just exhausting, and yeah, I'm worried I'm gonna fall and like crush some kids or something. Especially, I kept slipping trying to get up the ladder because I'm just too big for it. And I finally climb all the way to the top, and there's a kid right behind me. He goes, "Don't fall, dude." I'm like, thanks. I'll try not to.
So I noticed that like everything either has like a little slick of like sunscreen or maybe algae, because there is zero traction on that. Even if like nothing's moving, you're still gonna slip. So
yeah, even just standing still is next to impossible.
yeah, for sure. So all right guys, we'll see you back on shore. All right guys, that's going to wrap up our time here at Lagoon. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and here's Lewis with pro tips.
Alright guys, so here are your pro tips from Mirada Lagoon. I would say number one is if you want to take full advantage of everything that they have to offer here, make sure you show up early, because things aren't offered all day long. For instance, the obstacle course and the kayaking are only offered at certain times of the day. You can't just do those as you please. You have to do them when they're offered, and you have to wait in line. Pro tip number two is if you do want to save a couple bucks, I did see that they had discount tickets available on Groupon. However, they had none for the current month, so if we wanted to buy them there and save $3, we would have had to book for next month. So keep that in mind. And pro tip number three is there are a number of rules to this lagoon, so make sure that you read over those and you're aware. Dress code, and you can't bring in any outside liquids. So that's going to do it for us today, guys. Remember to hit the subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Really help us out. With that being said, we're out of here, and we'll see you next weekend.
Bye.
Largest swimming pool in North America, and we're super excited. It's at least in North. This is the so with the wristbands we purchased. So all right,
Hang on.
if you get it without the splash pad, if you get this, if you want to add the splash pass on top of that, it's $5. So buying as a bundle, or if you want to add the splash pass on. If you want Florida, we were looking at Epperson.
Hang on.
And there is your lagoon wildlife. Got a couple baby ducks and a mama duck. So no gators. All right guys, so here are your pro tips for, what was the name of this place? I can never remember.
Mirada.
Mirada.